and welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your transformation guru, Samia Bano. Are you overcoming big challenges in your life? Do you want to transform the world? Is fear holding you back from taking the bold action you need to create massive positive change? If so, keep listening and transform that fear into freedom. We are engaging in a campaign, #Happiness Tips for POTUS. That is #Happiness Tips for President of the United States. Because I love for you what I love for myself. So today's happiness tip is all about living your purpose, because research in positive psychology has very clearly established that leading a life of meaning and purpose is one of the most fundamental keys to our ability to lead a happy life in control of our happiness and our overall mental and emotional well-being. So the question is, what gives our life that sense of purpose? And how can we live it in the best ways? So the first question first, what gives our life that sense of purpose? At a very fundamental level, it is simply that whenever we act in a way that helps us to meet our needs, that is when we find ourselves feeling that sense of purpose in our lives. We find ourselves feeling like we're acting with purpose whenever we act to meet our needs. That makes sense, right? All right. So if that is indeed the case, then the very clear next step is for us to identify what needs do we have, and then work to meet those needs in the best ways. True or true? Now, as human beings, of course, we can have many different needs. And there are some needs that are going to be unique to you because you are a unique person in a unique position. You have experiences that are unique to you. You have a personality that's unique to you in some ways. You are in an environment that's unique to you in some ways, right? So there is definitely going to be certain needs that you have that are going to be unique to you. And when you work to fulfill those unique needs, that is when you are working really to fulfill your very specific human purpose, the specific human purpose that is specific to you. Now, at the same time, we all share certain universal human needs. They're just a part and parcel of us being human, the fact that we share these certain needs. So for example, we all have a need to have a sense of achievement in our lives. A sense of, we're contributing something significant to the world, or, at least within our circles of influence. We all have a need for justice, to be treated with respect and consideration and equality. We all have a need for having a certain amount of power and control over our own lives and well-being. And there are other needs that we have that are just universal human needs. And I will actually argue that the most universal and the most fundamental of all these universal human needs is our need to love and be loved. To love and be loved. And therefore, it is in the fulfilling of this most fundamental human need to love and be loved that we find our greatest sense of purpose. So our most basic human purpose is in fact to love and be loved. To love and be loved is in fact our most basic, universal, fundamental human purpose. Think about it. Can you be happy without your need to love and be loved being met? Even if you have lots of power, even if you have lots of success and achievement, even if you have the power of the law on your side, so you get treated in a way that's fair and just under the law, can you be happy if your need to love and be loved is not being met? No, I'm willing to bet my life that the answer to this question is no. And on the other hand, if you have love in your life, you're able to love and be loved, and let's say your need for justice is being compromised, you know what? You can deal with it. And you can still be happy because your need to love and be loved is being met, because you have that sense of love and support in your life. And so that gives you the motivation and the sense of power to fight for the justice that you desire. Let's say you don't have success in your life yet, but your life is full of love and loving people in your life. Then you know what? You still can be happy and be striving for success in your life and be happy while you are in the process of achieving success in your life. The same thing is true with, let's say you don't have a lot of power and control in your life right now and you want more of it. You can still be happy if your life is full of love, if you are able to love and be loved, because that love is going to give you the strength to strive to achieve that greater sense of power and control in your life. So when your need to love and be loved is met, even if the other needs are not being met, you see, you can maintain a certain fundamental level of happiness and peace in your life. But the reverse is not true, because more fundamental than any other need that we have is our need to love and be loved. At least that is what I've experienced in my life. So now I want you to consider the question of how can you meet this need to love and be loved in the best ways. And you see, you need to consider this question because to live this purpose of meeting this need to love and be loved has to be your top priority. It has to be the most important thing in your life because it's your most important fundamental human need that you have. It's the thing that's most important to your ability to find yourself feeling that sense of peace and happiness that you crave, that you desire. So to have an excellent understanding of the best way to meet this need to love and be loved is the most critical question to answer, is the most critical understanding to have. And I will tell you, the crux of this, the real trick, if there is any trick to be learned about how to love and be loved in the best ways, is very simple. It is to love for all what you love for yourself. It is to want for all others what you want for yourself. It is to do unto others what you would have done unto you. And not just others that you already love and care about, but all others. Because ultimately, all is one. We are all parts of an interconnected, interdependent whole. Your well-being and my well-being are interconnected and interdependent. Your happiness and peace and contentment and sense of fulfillment and joy are connected with mine. And you know this. You know this because you have experienced this in your life. You are experiencing this in your life right now, that when the people around you and the environment as a whole around you is not healthy, is not happy, then it compromises your own inner peace and happiness and health. And on the other hand, when the environment around you as a whole and the people around you are happy and healthy, then it makes it so much easier for you to be happy and healthy. And this is why, you see, you crave to have a great positive environment around you. This is why you want to have beauty around you. This is why you want to have people around you that just love you and take care of you in the best ways, in the most positive ways. Because their attitude, their happiness has an impact on yours. And the thing is that the people around you cannot treat you with the kind of happiness and peace and joy and love that you want if they're not experiencing that love and peace and happiness and joy themselves in their own hearts. At least they cannot do it in a genuine way. See, it's only when you are feeling genuinely happy and peaceful and joyful yourself can you be genuinely happy and peaceful and joyful in the way that you treat other people. And just as that's true for you, that's true for me and true for everyone around you. So if you want people to love you and to take care of you in the best ways and with a happy, peaceful attitude and spirit, then you see, it's in your own best interest to do what you can to make sure that they are able to be happy and peaceful and joyful in a genuine way, from the inside out. When they're happy, you see, and they're joyful, they'll naturally treat you with that love and joy coming from the inside out. So, what can you do to not only increase your own happiness and inner peace, what can you do to also help everyone around you to be more happy, to be more peaceful, to meet their needs in the best ways? And certainly, the greater the position of power you're in, the greater your ability to do good and to help others, and therefore to help yourself. So use your power, use the great influence that you have to do good for everyone around you. So think about that, and until we connect next time, I wish you lots of peace and joy.